Hi guys, in this series of HTML5 for Absolute Beginner, we're going to discuss about the CSS in HTML5. Please take note, the installation of HTML preview won't be discussed in this topic, so please watch the first video of this series. So now, without any further ado, let's get started. To start with, we're going to create a new file. So I'm going to call this basic css.html. Then going to recreate the HTML example with templates. Let's say top type HTML. We have the head. We have the title. Also we have the body. For the title, CSS demo. Okay. Now, I would like to add some features here. So let's say for HTML, we're going to add the attributes called language, okay, and going to use as English. So which means that this page where we're going to read as English. Okay, next. In here, okay. Another thing that we need to include is we're going to discuss about meta tags. So to do that, we need to type meta. Okay. Meta, let's say jar set equals to utf-8. Okay, so what is meta tag? These meta tags interprets the browser. So it's like a Unicode. It translates this browser so that it will recognize or read the URL. So basically, meta tags are like a description, or you can call this a credit when you watch a movie, so something like that. But still, you can still copy this and paste it on your HTML. Now, to start with, I'm going to create some basic HTML tags here. Since we are focusing on the stylish, so I'll be put some stuff, let's say h1. So let's say HTML5 is awesome. Okay. And then the next is I'm going to put a paragraph. So learn basic tags. So next, so this is new. So I'm going to include a list in here. We call that, you need to type like this, L and the list content. Let's say HTML. Another one is LI, CSS. The third one is LI, JavaScript. Okay, so let's check this in our browser. So let's press Ctrl-Shift-V. There you go. Okay, let's check. So yeah, so now we have our sample or our example tags in our HTML. What we need to do is we need to style this one. So this is where our CSS will comes in. To do that, we need to call that in our head. So, to call that, we need to include the style tag here. Okay. So what are things that we need to do? So what are things that we need to style? So let's say going to start with h1. To do that, we need to type h1. So that's the name of the tags. And then followed by with the open and close curly braces here. Let's say I'm going to change the font. So font size, let's say 60 pixels. Okay, let's save and click here. There you go. So that's our 16. The next one is I'm going to make the text alignment center. So to do that, you need to type this in here. Then center. Save. Let's check. There you go. Now it's center. Okay, so next we need to do is I'm going to change the color. To do that, I need to change the color to, let's say I'm going to pick some dark blue. So let's check in there. There you go. But seems that this is much bigger, we need to less. So I'm going, let's say going to change this to 30. Okay. Okay, so 30 is enough. So next we need to do is we need to change the paragraph tags here. So we need to modify that. So to do that, I'm going to call the P symbol here. So it stands for the paragraph. And then I'm going to change the font size. Let's say 16 pixel. Okay. And then I'm going to arrange the line height. Let's say 2. And the letter space. Before I'm going to do that, we need to check first. Okay, good. So right now, this one's already adjust. The next thing we need to do is adjust the space between this character. So to do that, we need to declare or type the letter spacing. Let's say letter spacing. So let's say 1 pixel each space. Let's see. There you go. So next, what we need to do is I want to include this list here to be the same with the format of our paragraph. So to do that, since they are the same, I need to type the li so that the properties of the paragraph will be the same with this list here. Let's check. There you go. Okay, so next thing we need to do is I want to change the background color of this HTML page. To do that, since we're covering the entire HTML, so we're focusing on this one here, the HTML. So we need to change the tags. So let's say HTML background colors. There. Let's say what I want to do is, let's try this dark side. Okay, let's check. Looks nice. So maybe better we need to check more colors. Let's say I'm going to pick some color here. Let's try this. Sorry, that's the header. So we changed the header. I'm focusing on the background. Okay, so this is the back color. So let's say going to pick a dark color. Okay. Okay, so I picked the dark color. So maybe we need to change the H1 here. So I'm going to pick a color for the H1. Let's say light this color. Okay, let's check. Okay, so this is nice. Okay, good. Next, what we need to do is I want to insert more features of this one. So to do that, I'm thinking of inserting a new tag and maybe in between this here. So I'm going to insert a image tag. This is how you call an image tag. So img is for image, and the source, since we don't have the source yet, so I need to put it as blank. Then we close it. So view that it will be like, okay, so it's not it. So it's not yet appeared. Okay, what we need to do is we need to assign a picture to display a picture in this area here. So I already prepared an image. So I'm going to copy this one here, paste it in our folder. There you go. Let's go back here. Okay, so to call that, take note our images is already here. So now I'm going to call the image. The image is images/html5. So that's the name of our image. So this is our image here. Notice this is very big, so we'll fix that later. So save. Then go back to our HTML preview. And there you go. So as you can see, it's very big or very large. So what we need to do is we need to fix the alignment and size of this one. So to do that, we need to call the image tag here, that is the img. First, what I need to do is fix the width. Let's say going to fix to 100 pixel. And the height, going to set this to 100 pixel as well. Okay, let's check. There you go. So next thing we need to do is to center this image and put it in here. So it should be aligned next to our HTML5 also. So to do that, what we need to do is on the image, the first thing I want to do is set the display. Let's say going to put this as block, and the margin. So going to remove the margin. So let's say 0 auto. Now let's check. There you go. Now it's already aligned with that, with the HTML is awesome. Okay, let's see what else. Okay. So seems these are all okay now. Again, okay. So that's it, guys. So this is how you set up our CSS in HTML5. So again, please take note, CSS these are one that beautifies our HTML. So to do that, make sure you need to target which tags that are you going to style or to apply the style. Like for this one, we apply for the H1, for the paragraph, for the list, for the HTML, and the image. Now, most of the time, you are planning to add more style, and possible that this will become a little higher because of the so much style that you want to apply. So the next thing we need to do is we need to separate this and create it in another file. So to do that, we need to create a file here. So let's say going to call this as main.css. Okay. So what is this CSS here? So the .css is this extension for the CSS that or the style. So since we already create our CSS here, what we need to do is to copy the style. Okay. Cut this one here, and I'm going to paste that in here. Okay. Now, since we already removed our style, the next thing we need to do is we need to call that style. So how to do that? To do that, we need to call the tag, which is the tag is the link. Maybe so this is style sheet. So style sheet. Okay, next is we need to apply the hyperlink or the hyperlink reference. So to call that, the name of the file is main.css. Okay, and then use the tag. So save. Now, what happened here is that we apply all the content from the main CSS here and apply into our HTML head or this line here. Now, let's check. So, let's close this one, then click the preview basic CSS. There you go. So this is how you arrange or rearrange your CSS. Okay. So starting today and onwards, all our reference or our stylish and other things, we need to make it in this manner. So again, if you find this video informative, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. And see you guys on the next video series. Cheers!